So here we are today making a cylinder seal. This is also a rolling stamp. And I have an example right here that shows this deer. And it's got my name backwards. And it has these trees and mountains. And when I roll this on a piece of clay, I get this design. And look, here's a deer right here. And then I've got another one here. So what's going to happen is this thing as it rolls is going to be repeating and repeating and repeating. If you're making a bowl, say throwing a pot on the wheel, and it's still a little bit wet, you can move it all the way around the rim to go for a repeating pattern. It's a great thing. These first came around the Mesopotamian area, like ancient Babylon. The Akkadian Empire and others over there too are said to have had these. Oftentimes they tell stories. So when I've been making these and showing others how to make them, I talk about put your name on there, put some symbols of significance, maybe something you want to remember in future years, making a cylinder stamp. How do you do it? Let me show you. Okay, so here's my setup on this piece of paper. I've got a cylinder that I rolled. This has damp clay. It's going to pick up this charcoal. This is vine charcoal. It is made from willow that's been burned, but you can use any kind of charcoal, maybe even a really soft pencil. Whatever I sketch here, whether it's my name or whether it's some kind of a symbol, maybe I make a star. Whatever I make there, as I roll this clay on the top of it, it's going to make an imprint, but it'll be the opposite. It's going to be an inversion of that imprint, which is really helpful for a stamp. So I'm going to take this over here, and I'm going to, with a little bit of pressure, roll it over the top, and you'll see I get the opposite version. So from here, I'm just going to take some kind of tool where I can carve out that section. Here, this has a little bit of a loop. This is a loop tool. I can use it to take out this section in the middle. And as I remove this clay, I'm making a bit of a crater, this bowl-like depression. When I roll it over some soft clay, it's going to make it pop out like this. Here is some soft clay, and I'm going to take that original cylinder seal. When I zoom in a little bit here, maybe you'll be able to see a bit better how this works. Here's that deer that I first showed. When I press this into the clay and move it around, you'll see that deer pop out. And there we go, there's the deer repeated. Now sometimes people even put a design on the end. So when you push it in, you can show maybe initials or some other words or a pattern. You can use this whole stamp in lots of different ways. But that's the basics on how to make a cylinder seal, also called a rolling stamp.